Good morning, everybody. Here at David Christopher's, I'm Jen.
I'm David.
And we are excited to bring you another tree. Now, this is a non-traditional tree, and it is going to be, what theme are we doing today?
This is our Peacock Park theme.
So this is going to be a lot of really pretty colors of purple and...
It's purples and teals and blues and greens, just kind of all mixed up with a little bit of like a champagne color thrown in to lighten the colors up.
So what makes it like a peacock theme?
Peacocks.
Peacocks. So we're going to put peacocks in the tree.
Yeah.
So we're going to get started with that. But before we do, we want to tell you something very exciting that we learned just about a week ago. So a lot of you saw that we won Customer Choice for the Alabama Retail Association. So it was a statewide contest, and you all voted on our social media post and helped us to win that award, which is super exciting. But then like the next week, I got another email, and I actually thought at first that it might have been like phishing or spam attempt. But the National Chamber of Commerce, located in Washington, D.C., has named David Christopher's one of America's top 70 small businesses. And I learned that over 15,000 people applied. I had forgotten that we had applied because it happened back in July. And once I sleep, I just don't remember these things. So it was a great surprise to me. I don't even know if you knew that I had applied.
I had no idea.
So anyway, it was valid, and we are going to Washington, D.C. in a couple of weeks to accept an award as an honoree. And I think on October 4th, they're going to announce some like top, I think it's maybe 7. So maybe we'll make that list. Who knows? And then the number 1 winner is going to get $25,000 in cash. So that would be awesome if we won that. But anyway, thank you for voting for us on Customer Choice. And then just keep us in your prayers as we travel to Washington, D.C. because I have flight anxiety.
She does.
only because I've been on a couple of emergency landings. I have the strangest things happen.
It's very crazy that I've been on hundreds of flights, and very rarely do I even get, much of a delay problem. Jen goes on many fewer flights, and she's had multiple problems.
Like we've lost an engine, which I know is very common, but we also had an engine that was on fire, and we had to make like an emergency landing and prepare to leave the plane on those blow-up stairs. We did not have to use those, but they had the fire trucks waiting. We have flown through thunderstorms. You were on that one, though.
I was on that one.
Ooh, we went in like...
Yeah, it was well, that was one of our local planes, and that single propeller, 8-person jet plane, whatever you want to call it, feels a little fun, and in a thunderstorm. As the pilot told us before we left, he was like, "This is going to be like a roller coaster today," and
it was. He
was not lying.
I was like sweating profusely.
Because you would just be flying along, and then you would just drop.
And it was lightning.
And then you would be like sliding back and forth. Especially as we were landing, it was like, are we going to hit the track?
Yeah, we literally went in sideways.
Yeah.
And I think the pilot had a good time.
He seemed to, yeah.
He seemed to have fun. So anyway, enough about that. We just wanted to give you a little bit of an update before we get started on this tree. We are in our retail store, so sometimes that means that we have to just show you very quickly what we're doing and show you the products. So not really sure how the video is going to go today, but hopefully it will be lovely at the end, and you will have learned something or at least been inspired to create your own beautiful peacock-themed Christmas tree.
Yeah. This is our 7.5-foot blue spruce, so it's got a little bit of a grayish green coloration to it, which works really well for our blues and greens. And today, like every week, I'm going to be starting with some random object. So I really just grab whatever I come to first, really, and start with that. I don't have a particular, start with ribbon, start with ornaments, start with stems kind of thing. So, but right now I'm going to be using this teal striped ribbon because I want to get some of that blue base in it. And then we're going to use a couple of other color ribbons on top of it. So I'm just going to make a little loop and go up towards the top of my tree and wire that in. And then I'm going to just loop this around in a few places. If you want more detail, you can always go and look at our ribbon tutorials on YouTube. But we're just going to go through this one pretty quickly so we can move on to our other ribbons. Now we're going to be using this very unique ribbon. It's almost kind of the inspiration for this tree is kind of got some deep green in the background, and then it looks like those peacock feathers, but it's jeweled around the outside. It's got that really blue and kind of teal blue green in the middle of it, but all the golden jewels. So we're going to be adding that kind of a light gold color to the tree. But we're going to add this ribbon because it's really how the tree was conceived.
So can you talk about how you come up with the themes? Sometimes you just see an item and that inspires the whole theme, or how does that work?
It really just depends. This particular tree, yes, the theme kind of spawned from this particular ribbon, because I saw the ribbon and I knew we had a lot of the plum from last year, and I thought, oh, I can mix all the plum. I wanted to make it really different, so I thought I can make the plum look completely different if I make it more peacock oriented. So that's really how this was, how we came up with this, because we really want to allow you to have something new pretty much every year. Like if you bought the plum last year, you could potentially add the peacock colors to it and it'd be completely different. But you could still use what you had last year. So we try to keep that in mind and be very conscious of the fact that you may not want to buy a new tree every single year. Some people do, some people don't. And some people add to them for years.
Yeah, that's a good point. A lot of people will say, oh, I don't have the money for that tree. I can't afford that. But they don't sometimes realize that people will build on their theme year after year and not just purchase everything
right
at one time.
So maybe you had some blues from some year, or you had some of this deep green from years past, and you pull it out and add it to your peacock tree. So as you can see, we started with this ribbon, and I wanted to add our purples and plums into it from last year. So we created these peacocks that have this deep, kind of a dark, almost a bluish green. They have this plum color, and then they have that lighter blue because we wanted to bring out the colors from peacock feathers. So I'm going to add our plum ribbon in now. Purple, plum, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be using our 1.5 inch ribbon. I've used 2 4-inch ribbons already, and now I'm going to go to kind of a drastic difference with our 1.5 inch ribbon, but it's really going to make it stand out as we place this in here. This 1.5 inch ribbon has become more and more popular over the last couple of years just because it's really easy to work with. As you can see, you just kind of wind it, let it do what it wants to do for the most part, and you just keep tucking it in the tree.
We always point out that our ribbon is wired. That's about all David will work with is wired ribbon.
It is, but there's 2 very different grades of wired ribbon. If you see wired ribbon and it doesn't hold its shape like this, it's different grade. So most ribbon is made in China or Taiwan, and it usually has a very thin wire in it. We're actually buying this particular ribbon, all of these ribbons that are on this tree, from India. It's much better quality. It's double-sided, so they put velvet on the front. It's platinum, kind of a golden platinum backing, and the edge is platinum. And we actually have them heavy starch the fabric, but we also have them put a heavier wire in the ribbon so that it will hold its shape, and you won't be trying, like, if you really want your ribbon to three-dimensionally come out from the tree, that is what you want to work with. If you just want some color in it, you can buy whatever ribbon. Usually doesn't matter as much, but if you really want that extreme designer OCD, I want to control my ribbon and make it do what I want it to do, it's best to buy a ribbon that's made in India, and it's typically going to be more expensive.
So you get what you pay for, as the old saying goes.
That is, for the most part, true in all things.
And also, this makes me think about not just ribbon, but other products. If your products are not good, your tree's probably not going to look good. And sometimes you might not be the best designer, but if you use quality products, like our David Christopher's products, then your tree is going to be taken up a notch, even if you don't feel like you have the skill level to make it look professional.
It does definitely help to have really good quality products to work with, really good colors, really good textures. That makes a huge difference when you're decorating a tree or mantle, garland, whatever it is you're decorating.
We don't always get to a lot of mantles and garlands and wreaths around here because it takes us so much time to get the trees done, just because we're doing this in between David unloading trucks and wrapping pallets and shipping things and all the other things that we do.
As soon as I get done with this one, I have to go back to the warehouse and, pull orders, stack pallets, ship stuff.
Yeah, I saw your change of clothes in my chair in my office.
Yep. So if you are trying to decide if you like a color combination, one thing you can do is just take one of a few different things and add them to your tree so that you can determine if you really like it like that before you complete the rest of your tree. So if you want to order some things from the website and you're going, I really don't know if I like that, you can just order one or two of something and do a small section. And if you decide you like that, then you just get more and you fill the rest of the tree in.
I would say the only risk to that is sometimes we do sell out of things by the
true.
time someone orders again. So
that is true. So I've got a plum glittered holly. I've got a blue-green glittered leaf. Kind of reminds me of peacock feathers for some reason. So we're going to be using that. I've got this matte gold finished berry. I've got a rose gold. It's kind of a lavenderish color almost of this sequin. I think we call this fireworks spray because it looks kind of like fireworks floating. I'm going to make sure I'm telling you the correct thing. Firecracker. Yes, firecracker. I've got this, it's really a blue-green, I don't remember what that's called. Curly ball stem spray, something like that. And then I've got this, it's just kind of, it's not super gold and it's not silver. We call it platinum because I want to mix a little bit of this more gold with a little bit of platinum just to brighten the tree up, because we've got so many darker colors in there. I really want to lighten some of the tree up, so I've got some of our sequin feather stem here that we're going to be adding in just to give some of that lighter color. It's going to reflect more light from behind the tree, so I'll probably stick those in pretty deep so that we just get some light bouncing off of that. And then I've got some of our mercury glass. We've got a lot of new mercury glass that I'm so excited about this year. lots and lots of colors. So these all look kind of antiqued. We've got, this is a matte blue, I think, and we've got a couple of sizes of that, but we've got lots of colors of that matte antique finish that I'm really excited about. And then we did add one of our peacocks down here, kind of nestled him in the tree. And then we're going to be adding more of those. Just as a reminder, if you order these products, they're going to come to you flat like this, and you need to separate them. They all have a wire on each individual branch, and you want to make sure that you don't bend these up because it is an actual fabric. It's like a leather.
Just a little pro tip, any kind of berry that you receive, you can buy berries that are gold, you can buy berries that are red. A permanent marker like a Sharpie in gold or silver, if you have silver berries, or red, will fix any kind of little, like see this little slight imperfection on this berry? That can happen. It's just a little place where the berries got stuck together and then pulled apart, and it pulled a little bit of the paint off, but that's a quick fix with a Sharpie. So just put that information in your back pocket, and the next time you need to touch up something, remember, permanent marker does the trick.
The store's starting to get a little bit busy since it is morning and we just opened, and so I'm going to be doing a lot of this fast motion from here on out. This is our Western metallic fern spray, so it's a kind of a matte metallic gold, but it has a little bit of iridescence just thrown on there for, just helps it blend in with other colors pretty well. Give us a little more gold in our tree. So we did talk about our matte blue mercury balls in the larger size. We also have a 4-inch size, and then we have a shiny finish. This is matte finish, this is shiny finish. So these are just mercury glass ornaments, but this one, for some reason, we got a color code messed up. It's called emerald, but it's a little more teal, so just keep in mind if you're buying the 2150 ornament in glass, it's called emerald, but it's really more teal colored.
So I am actually going through and adding these items to the collection, Peacock Park. If you go to davidchristofers.com, you can select retail or wholesale. We sell both. If you have a business license, you're going to go to the wholesale side. If you do not have a business license, you're going to shop with us retail. And all of the items in today's tree are going to be in the Peacock Park theme. So all of our tiles on the website are based on themes. So that's the theme you're going to find this under, and you'll find everything that you see here. If something's missing, let us know, because sometimes things can get put in the wrong place, but we try to update that. So if you wonder like what I'm doing here, I'm trying to go through and make sure everything is in the proper location for when you go shopping.
So not only do we have matte and shiny, we also have blue iridescent. So these are clear glass that you can see through, And these are blue. They're true blue, but because they're iridescent, they're going to pick up a lot of the color that's around them. So as we add them to the tree, they're going to actually lean a little bit like a purple blue. It's odd, but it works really well in the tree. While we're on glass ornaments, we also have this purple harlequin. It's kind of an iridescent finish on that, so it really brings out some purple. And we have these plum iridescent purple finials that we're going to use. Now we're going to be using a reflector ornament that's kind of a cat's eye that has pearls. It's gold inside, but it's also kind of champagne and pearl. And silver. It has jewels around the top edge, but the back side is teal. And this is going to really bring out some of our gold and champagne colors. And then we also have a little blue-green bird we're going to add to the tree. That's glass, but he has a clip.
Is he the Peacock's friend?
Yeah, real feathers.
The finishing touches.
So peacocks, for our kind of last thing, because we want those to stand out, they have these little wired feet that I'm just bending around whatever I want to hold them in place.
So their toes just kind of...
Yeah, their toes kind of grab things like they're supposed to.
We hope you have enjoyed today's Peacock Park video, and make sure that you like and subscribe, turn that notification bell on so you don't miss upcoming videos every Saturday at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we bring you Christmas, Christmas, Christmas.
Assuming we have enough energy to make a video.
Yes, sometimes we have an off week, but we try to do it every week. Thank y'all for watching. We really appreciate your support and encouraging words, and we will see you next time.